Hey guys, Stu here with Sapphire Taxidermy in Saskatchewan, Canada. I did up a video for caping deer and it was a big hit. A lot of guys messaged me saying thanks for doing that, so I figured I'd do one for some antelope now that are in my shop. So a couple quick notes really quick before I start. Antelope start slipping the minute you shoot them. Please get them to your taxidermist as soon as possible. Fresh is best. Frozen, okay, fine. Fresh is best. I would rather deal with the antelope super fresh and get it sorted out right away. That's ideal. Second thing is leave extra cape on everything. Deer, antelope, moose, elk, pronghorn, bighorn, sheep, whatever you're hunting. If you think you left enough cape, add 6 inches to what you want to leave, because I guarantee you're going to be close. These two here are extremely close, and I'm guessing I'm going to have to alter some forms to make these hides work. And then last thing is, antelope have hollow hair. Please, when you are in the field or handling your antelope, please, please, please keep the capes clean. They stain so easy. One here is going to be okay, and I'll show you here. This one here is not bad, right? Like it's pretty clean, nothing big. We got a little bit of staining on the face. That's not a big deal. This other cape, like, that cape is going to be a nightmare trying to get it clean. And I'll be honest, I don't know if it'll come totally clean. That is bad. So please keep your capes clean. All right. Okay, let's get started. I'll put this one to the side, the dirty one that I already did, and we'll get this one going. This is another one that's here. These are very similar to deer. We are going to cut out, oops. All right, there we go, malfunction. These are very similar to deer in regards to the face. So I won't show a ton of this. I did it on my deer video. Get a new blade here. We're gonna do the same thing. You wanna leave it, just leave lots of gum on the inside. So I'll kind of just briefly show you this and we can go from there. Basically, they've got black insides of their mouths. There's a bunch of textured gum cheek material that helps move their food around. Try to leave that on the cape. So when I cut this, I'll tilt you down. You can see where the tongue is. And then I want to cut not up here, but right down underneath all that stuff on the bone. I'm going to cut and leave as much material as I can on the inside of that mouth. That's key. That's what your taxidermist wants, to be able to split lips. Too much is always better than not enough. So, same as the deer, cut around the front, cut around the bottom, or around top, sorry, then around the bottom. And we're going to peel that back, all the way back past the cheek as far as we can. All right. So I'll quickly do the top. You can see I'm leaving as much as I can there. I'm right up next to the gums, next to the bone that I'm cutting. Bottom, same thing. As much black as I can get on that lip. All right. I'll do the back quick, and you guys can't see or this side, but there we go. Just briefly cutting, exposing that lip. Very, very easy and simple. All right. Top is the same. Going through the nostrils. Very carefully, same as the deer, it's thin skin. Gently cut through the cartilage until it opens up. Just 2 slices, one on either side. I'm not pressing hardly at all. And we'll get through that cartilage. And from there, you can peel back that nose more. All right. There we go. Pretty simple. So we'll expose this and I'll show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, so you can see what I've done. Same as the deer video, skin this back, just peeled it back, bottom and top, back to the cheek pocket, and that's done. All right. On the antlers, this is a little different on antelope. With antelope, because there's not much of a ridge up underneath, we actually take your finger, push down the fur, and you can see where the keratin ends, right here. You're actually going to push fur down with one finger, other hand, cut straight into the skull, 90 degrees, right at the base of the keratin where the sheath is. That's how you're going to cut this. And you're basically going to ring this whole sheath all around and separate that material. And you can see, you gotta follow the contour. You can see on the inside here, it does down in the front, up in the middle, across to the back. You just follow that contour. So you gotta follow that. So you cut nice close to the sheath. I'm just separating this, I'm gonna ring this. All right. That one shouldn't be too bad. So hair down, underneath, cut. Try not to cut too much hair. The more you leave, the better it hides the bottom of the sheath when you're mounting it. There we go. You see how I'm pulling that hair down, exposing the bottom, and you've created this circular cut around. Okay, so I'll do that for both and I'll show you what else I'm going to do. Okay, so I've got these ringed out. I'm going to show you. And you have to remember that this skin's actually quite thick. It's probably a 1/4 inch thick there. So I'm ringing these out. Both, you can see the inside here. You can see hair's pulled out. It's both sheaths have been ringed, so they're free. And then, just like a whitetail, the hair pattern shows you what to do on the back. So we're going to show that up a little bit. There's a little cowlick here. And as a mature white or a mature antelope, you're going to have a bit of a mane here. This one has a small mane. Some are a lot bigger than this. But you're going to cut from the back of this pedicle behind. See your little swirl here? We got a little dark patch right there. That's what you're going to cut to that swirl and to that swirl. Right there is the base of the skull. I can feel it. That's your lines. Through this long hair, behind the swirl, to that dark patch. There to there. Then down the mane, another 5 inches or so, and you'll be good. Alright? So, same as deer. Move you around a little bit. This is my point I'm going to. I'm going to go off this. Alright? So, same thing. Sharp scalpel, bury the blade. Hand's kind of in the way, but not bad. I'm going to cut using the heel of the blade. Run it all on the skull. I'll have to get a new blade again. But there we go. Alright? So there's my cut. Just cut that a little bit. There we go. So there you can see my cut. Alright? Same thing on the other side. Behind the swirl. And meat. Right, so this has a little bit longer flap than a whitetail than a deer does. Alright. So there you go. Here's the swirl right here. Behind it is the dark patch. That's where my flap starts. Alright, let's do this. Open it up. like I said, I've already circled this. I've already done all this cut right here around the base. So it should be just same thing. Follow the blade up, turn that blade as I go up the bone. Same with this side on the inside. Up the blade, or up the back of the bone, sorry, with the blade. I'm just opening up the inside of that cavity. The flap comes up, just exposing top of the skull. Piece of cake. All right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do for my Y is here's that mane. You can see, very, very obvious. There's the base of the meat that I've got right down here. I'm just going to cut from this point down that mane right to here. Very, very easy. Heel of my scalpel. Super easy. Long hair, easy to hide cuts and sewing. There's my tail of my Y. All right. All the way down. A little bit of haircut, not a big deal. It's so thick there. That's my cut. This one's still a touch frozen, so I can feel that it's a bit harder to cut. And all I'm going to do, same as the deer, is I'm going to work this flap towards the ear. There. And then underside of the back of the bone, underside of the sheath. Same as whitetail or the same as mule deer. Just opening it up. All right. That's exposed. Now I'll do this side. Just down. This neck is still quite a bit froze, but I gotta get this skin. I can't let it sit any longer. So I'll deal with it. And then there's my under flap. There we go. Okay, a little bit not so clear. The hair is a lot longer on this, a little harder to show. But now, same as there's your eye. Same as the whitetail. Peel this back. There's the back of the eye socket right there. The antelope eye socket is a lot higher and further back than the deer. So you're working with this. Cut the ear. Slip that away. I've loosened up this front quite a bit already. Just going to pull this away from the eye socket. Same as before, same as the deer. There's the bone for the eye socket. Just following that down. Trying to make sure we get as much material from the eye as we can on the cape. Eyelids included. There we go. Okay. So now you can see, same as there, I can see my finger. Cut through there. Sharp knife. Starts to get see-through, transparent. That's the eyeball. We're right there. All right. So same thing there. As much as we can, fluid, or material. On the front of the eye, there's a little ridge there with the bone. Trying to keep that going. Yeah, my blade's a little bit dull right now, but I can probably still get this. There we go. So, eye is now free. Different on antelope. No tear duct. So you can just go straight down the skull, down the face. No tear duct to worry about. Alright. There's the one. I'll do the other one and keep going. Okay, so we've peeled back and peeled the front down. We're just working the front all the way down to where we cut back originally on the first. So that basically comes all the way down and you'll free it up. So, same as the deer, pull up. Because this neck is a little frozen, I got less space to pull. Yeah. Not gonna go yet. I gotta free up some neck space first, but it's very frozen. Okay, now because the eye to nose measurement, nose to eye on an antelope is a lot longer and it's narrow, it's a little hard to get off sometimes, but I just worked it down the sides a bit more on the cheek, open it up, and now I can peel this hide off up over the mouth. Still tight, but doable. So same as the deer now, that's all exposed. So just cut through the cheek, same as the deer. There, backside. Like I said, now this is still quite frozen, this animal, the neck. So I'm gonna have to watch how I expose all this because I can't really pull and stretch and maneuver things. It's still kind of solid. There we go. Slowly working it down. Just freeing everything up. Freeing this up. You can just feel how it's just rock solid in here, still cold. So, there. Peel that. Hopefully show you guys still. Work it down the neck. My hands are cold even just dealing with this, but that's what I gotta do to get this antelope prepped. If I was to wait for this whole neck to thaw out, this is gonna be at room temperature for a day. And we can't have that with antelope. All right, I'm getting there. Almost free. That's how you guys do an antelope. Any questions, let me know. Shoot me a message, post a comment. There. Just working sides, back. I'm almost to the point where I'm free on the back. A little more meat on this than maybe was necessary, but just starting to finally expose that. There we go. See some holes now. Base of the neck. All right. There we go, all free. So this is the same as the deer. So lay it out. Face. Here's the flap. 2 ears. This one's got a little bit damaged ear. That'll be fun to try to get done. And then small Y, that's where the Y ends. So there you go. Flap in. That's how it's going to sit. Just like that. So as you can see, there's really not much cape. And like we're only 18 inches here and it's going to be tight. But that's how you do an antelope, guys. It's very similar to the deer, very similar to other animals we do, just a little different with care in regards to these hides because they slip so easy and the hair is different and it holds blood. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Take it easy and we'll talk to you in the next one. Ciao.